popular enough to have like people dissect.
Right. If there was like some like
what's his name who does the Super Mario?
if it was like Pokemon and it was like we know all ins and outs of Pokemon Red and Blue. We know how it's built and everything. But this is like
beat Clock Tower with 1/2 a press.
We call it QPU. Oh god,
that was a great video.
That is a video.
So that is one of the best videos in the world.
It's actually longer than this run will be.
It is actually much longer than this run will be.
Absolutely.
Not even a question. I'll beat an entire game in that time.
He did that other one where it was like the coin that you'll never be able to pick up.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if that one's great. He doesn't talk during that one, but it's just so involved.
Now
I've seen them all.
This is a pretty interesting room. Where you're like, well, that's an interesting looking
weird
thing there.
You want to look at it? E rank.
Chemicals.
What?
This is hard to understand. The mural covers the entire wall. Parts of it is hidden behind that shelf. Well, let me tell you something, Jennifer. What? Shaboosh!
Dang! No respect!
Literally no respect.
Also
now,
no sound.
One of the things you have to do is you have to use the scepter, even though you're not using the scepter, and she has to look at it and realize that that's the scepter right there.
Oh.
So it depicts a ceremony. Is that room in this house? Is what she asked. But then it's like
tell what's happening.
You can barely tell what's happening.
Yeah, it looks like a 2D side scroll.
And this part, you're just like
a platform.
You just got to make sure over and over again that she notices that with the scepter, because according to 2 or 3 of the 5 facts that exist in the world, they I'm gonna paraphrase here, tried over and over again and would go to the ceremony room, which is this last room we're going to, and she would look at the flower pot you're supposed to put the staff in and wouldn't do anything, and would have to go back to the ceremony room. And eventually it would trigger whatever you're supposed to do. But luckily I've been pretty lucky so far, but I guess we'll...
now that we're recording,
we'll see on that.
Terrible.
So, yeah, like I said, the shame about doing this game at an ARS rank is you really miss a lot of the stuff. Like, there's 3 girls. You have the possibility of seeing 2 of them killed in a bunch of different ways, but it's like... This game is so frustrating and so RNG filled that, like, I don't want to. Like, I don't want to be like, what's going to happen if I walk in here? Oh, it's Scissor Man, but it's not exactly what Scissor Man, thing I wanted. Great, kind of thing. So, we have one last RNG room. It is the chapel. And I think it is on the first floor, but as with anything else, it could be, anywhere. So we're going to try every door, and hopefully that doesn't cause stuff to happen. Clearly, if we're looking at the Clock Tower series, clearly Clock Tower 1 for PS1 is the best. Clock Tower for Super Nintendo is like an interesting game.
They should make a Clock Tower 2.
Clock Tower 2 is just
that's my favorite.
An aberration of a game. And that is not it. Let's go.
Oh, push those over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's her secret.
I hate everything.
That's her
hate
secret.
books.
Oh, I don't like you, Mom. You're always trying to kill me. Come on, Mom. This is going to be the chapel. And it is this room.
It doesn't look anything like
okay, so that's good. That's good. She says it looks like the mural. It doesn't matter, Parker.
It does not look like the mural, Jennifer Connelly. Star of Noah and Requiem for a Dream.
It's a Celadon vase. We are going to hope. Let's go, baby. Just put that staff in there.
You got this.
You got this, girl.
Come on.
Yes, okay, great. Awesome. And, of course, it opens the pentagram.
Of course.
And, now, if you remember...
A picture of a skeleton.
Spoob. It's just, I never noticed that. It is literally just a skeleton.
Oh, wow, cool.
Hey, you want to make those rooms scary? It's just a skeleton
room. Also, underneath this house, BT dubs. This is my basement. This is where we're playing right now. Now, I mentioned earlier that there's the 2 brothers. There's Edward, who is the Scissor Man that you saw, and there's the other brother. Just remember that in a little bit.
Scissor Lad.
Now, if you see this, you see a little bit of a hint. You see what you think it might be Miss Mary. It kind of looks like her.
Is that a dog?
And there is a dog there. So you saw that the dog didn't pay attention to Miss Mary go by.
Right.
So you walk up here.
Why don't you just put on your robe? Seems bad.
Oh, no! You son of a gun! Dang it!
Why did
Why
you
would
do
you
that?
just put on the roof?
You have to do it.
Dead
To do it, you have to have the dog like growling at you. But I guess I pressed the button too many times. It's fine. We'll do continue. It'll start us right there. But that's pretty frustrating considering I almost went through this game with no deaths. Also, do you like how like E-rated it is? Like he just sat down and it was just like it jumped and it's like I'm dead. So but like I said, you cannot try to put this stuff on before the dog is like growling at you. Just because I guess the game doesn't trigger it.
Oh, she's blue.
Feels blue, man. So we're gonna take this nice and slow.
Is
Also,
that because you continued?
let's pay close attention to that noise that's going on right now.
Isn't that the growling?
That is not a dog.
It is not.
Okay.
Okay, so and remember this perfume? It was Miss Mary's. It was Miss Mary's Snow.
Wow, the robe and the perfume, two important things.
Two pretty dang important things. I also like how they use the same sprite that they used for the other one, even though like Miss Mary and like Jennifer are like not even close to the same stature, but they're like, yeah, we're not making no more of them their sprites. Get out of here. So
question mark.
we see Lot, who
Who's Lot?
she was the girl
one of the girls.
from like the very beginning. Lot, I know you really care about her, right? And you never see her again until here, so it's like, oh Lot, yeah, I'm
very
oh
attached.
no.
The switches. The clock tower.
And you can't save her. At least I haven't, and I got the S rank, so I think she is just unsavable.
Lottie,
Lottery.
Don't.
leave me alone.
So you got to assume that they just like sacrificed her because that's cool. I guess.
Grim.
Oh, back.
And also they're like 14-year-old girls, so that's like a little
There's
rude.
like a hole there?
And I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that down because I don't need it
yeah.
anymore.
Wow.
Don't need this anymore.
Don't need this anymore. So
She's like almost smiling now.
she's like, I got this. Now I'm not gonna click on them right now.
Oh, I
but
thought you juked.
but these are like dynamite for some reason. Just trust me, for the plot, they're dynamite.
You got yellow.
And I'm yellow because
a
she's
little
not
scared.
super happy. Now,
Well, having
Later.
A friend die-
Wow.
now, Trevor, you'll
very-
remember because we played the game a lot. Remember the opening cinematic to Clock Tower when you see what we're about to see here. So there's something behind this big thing.
I mean,
and
I beat this game and I know what it is.
okay, all right, yeah.
Better open it.
So you open it and you're like, well, it's got to be something good, right?
Obvious.
And
It's fine.
it is the
Ah!
extremely deformed second brother.
Oh gosh,
So he is just
that's terrifying.
I'm pretty sure this part right here is why it wasn't brought to America, because that thing is like horrifying.
Yeah.
So obviously
Like
Miss Mary
Akira.
literally like brings like orphans to like feed that hunk of flesh or whatever or sacrifice him for or whatever.
This water was deep.
And then you get the dynamite.
You got it. Now, if you guys remember the opening scene of Clock Tower, and like I said, you guys have only seen it a couple times, but you see this in like this part they show you in the very beginning.
Oh,
they're like
God.
explaining what's going on,
Ah,
and in the cinematic, it makes it look like it's like a huge like cavern, like crazy, even though that looks like it's like 20 feet high.
Oh! Is he like full of like
Correct.
He was absolutely full of explosives.
He was an explosive.
I kept drinking nitroglycerin all
So
the time.
he is like
Whoa!
the
That's very efficient burning.
He is like super the
That was
deadest.
the most.
Now,
efficient
for some
area.
reason, the the place is like
The cabin
coming down.
Yeah, makes sense.
What can I go through there? Okay, I was gonna say.
Hmm.
We are
Got
going
this.
to go to an extremely convenient device, which is an elevator.
Hey, nice.
Oh, wow.
Pretty convenient.
That's nice.
Yeah, I really can't complain.
She's just calmly pressing the
oh,
button.
cool.
How'd you
That's
get that?
fine.
How'd you get down here again? A big ladder.
A huge ladder.
Okay.
But you know, it's an elevator in like a 15th century like castle.
You know what they say,
And
I'll take
we're gonna press 3 because
So you
three's-
like
Because we
climbed down
wish there were a
3
clock tower
stories
3.
on that.
What's that?
I'm pretty sure he was on the first floor.
The
Oh,
third
okay.
the third story is the da 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 da. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's I gotcha.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Ah!
Dun, dun.
What?
Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. And I was correct.
Ah!
This
Dapper Dan!
This is the only other time that you see Dapper Dan. Actually, you know what? I think his name is Dan. His actual name is Dan. He's called Edward in the thing, but his name is Dan. Now we're gonna smash that panic button, fam.
Smash it!
So this is lame, by the way. The Clock Tower one, where like he gets sucked into the abyss, is cool.
Wait, what?
This one is super lame. You turn on the clock tower and he
Oh,
is
you
like,
don't like it.
I can't handle it, and he falls, and you're like.
Okay, bye.
Now, by the way, he survives because he's the one who follows you. Now, the crazy thing is, you have to assume that because he's 9 in Clock Tower 1 for PS1, he's like 6 or 5 in this one, so that's like pretty brutal.
You! Kill my sons! Ah!
Mash
Ah!
it! Mash it, fam!
Yes! We got the S rank! Yes! I don't know what I did different!
The bird!
So that's the bird you let
No,
out?
the difference is Anne wasn't there in the B rank one, and she tries to get you and strangle you, and what you do, it's actually more brutal. You push her back, she goes into that control panel and electrocutes, and so that's pretty brutal.
So
But
this one,
like,
she just goes, "Wah!"
I'm pretty sure this is I'm
She's fine.
pretty sure this is the S rank because Anne's awesome. She's like the best character by far. Like she's a lot of story to her
Very
is alive. And the best thing that can possibly come out of this is you and one of your friends. And I think if you don't go into the bathroom at first,
I didn't even see Anne was
and
there.
you keep going, the blonde girl,
Yeah, I thought that was a discoloration.
the blonde girl survives instead. I think Lot always dies, but you can choose either Anne or whatever.
So those
Now,
birds, is
Anne-
that the bird you let out?
Yes, that is the bird you let out. Yes.
The birds?
Yep, that is literally
Yeah,
the bird you
He
let
got
out.
his friends, he's like, let's go back and kill her. Alright.
So that's clocked.
Wow.
Yeah, that was.
That's it.
That was pretty good.
Now, if we have time,
Like,
if-
this is nice.
if we have time and you want
Good
to,
on.
I can show you guys the H rank real quick. It's like
Yeah.
it takes like 2 minutes of actual gameplay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have to sit through the actual like beginning where they're like, "Let's go
What
talk."
are
You can't do quick start.
Yeah,
I
but
might be
that-
able to do quick start actually. You know what? I might be able to. That's a good point. And this is the best ending to
Oh,
Clock
wow.
Tower, unless for some reason they gave me an A and it's different somehow. Now, S is one of your friends survives. B is it's just you. So I don't know what A could possibly be. Like,
A is the background's slightly brighter.
Or,
Or
yeah,
slightly
S,
darker.
A is like
S
Uh,
the sun is out, so you have A.
it's
'Cause
still
the sun
it's
is-
still kind of raining. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It's kind of overkill.
This kind of sucks.
Oh, I tried to skip through it, but you can pause this.
Oh, great. In case you wanted to really read it. Okay, Nobu Hero. Let me look it up.
So like looking back on it, like I am this game is like groundbreaking because there's not many pure horror games on Nintendo or Super Nintendo.
Monster
And
original
clearly it
design.
is like
very
extremely
original.
like
A child running with
aged poorly.
Everything you told that
But I'm
person
like
your
so
mother's not
surprised that
to
in
do.
the end it got a sequel. I guess 3 sequels. You know, overall, I'm like just kind of surprised. And I wonder if this game came out in America, if it would be like kind of like love like the original Clock Tower for PS1 is, because people like nowadays kind of have like they're like, dude, Clock Tower PS1, you know what I mean? Like you got to be like really into games and the stuff like that. But if you are, you know what it is, and like you either like it or pretend to like it. So I'd be interested to know, you know, what would come of that. But
So, yeah.
no, go ahead.
So just so that we're all on the same page, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movies. Those are the only movies Jennifer Connelly was in the 80s, and the only one that was of note is Labyrinth. And then she was in every other movie outside of the 80s.
Every movie.
Wow.
She was in every movie.
Every single movie.
That's incredible.
That's
Well,
pretty
I
good.
can count them, but there's like probably like 15 or 20.
Really?
Or
Oh.
That is every movie.
Wow.
That's
So in
all
the
movies.
so in the article or in the decade that she was essentially like a teenager, she was in like a handful of movies. But then when she was a grown adult, over the next 25 years, she was in more movies. That's so crazy. I just can't believe that would be a thing.
Why do you hate her so
Wow.
much?
I wish she was. I wish she pushed over more
38
bookshelves.
movies.
In Clock
38
Tower.
movies, and she was in 8 movies in the 80s. So yeah,
How many-
definitely an 80s
How many?
star.
How many are
She
like?
was just an 80s
How
star.
many?
that
How many
has
of
never
those
done
movies are
anything
like
else since.
voiceover in Happy Feet 3?
No, those are all movies she starred in.
Like starred.
Yeah, she was like the main
She
character.
was a star.
So
Thank you,
we're
Hifumi.
gonna go through for Hifumi. Thank you, Hifumi.
Based
Hifumi!
And
All right, let's see what you got.
as is the standard for these old games,
Well, please
all
be
the
A.
endings are terrible. Like what a terrible ending.
Human
The only
entertainment.
so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna
you
go.
don't even know what
I'm
you
gonna go to
got?
an ending list. So it's not A, and I got B before, so that was the S rank. So we did get S rank.
Okay.
So we're gonna do quick start, and I think Ben is correct on this. It just starts at the very beginning, which is actually rather nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, this is awesome! Great.
Wow.
So this will take like a minute then.
Okay.
I don't know how to do G, or I would do it real quick. But like I said, I know how to do H, and it's
pretty
so
good.
this is like you walked out, they screamed, and then you run back in.
That's
And
actually-
that's where it started.
that's actually rather nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Good job, Hifumi.
He put that one feature in. Let's do quick.
Now, just because I know how to do this, and I have to be rid of Scissor Man, I am gonna walk in here and see the girl and whatever. Like I said, you can avoid it, but Scissor Man will find, like, you will find him eventually soon.
Was it flashing before?
Yeah, it was because I made
Yeah.
a Final Fantasy 7 joke.
Dun dun.
I just said it was like a thunderstorm was happening inside the room. So 2 jokes, Ben, and you missed both of them.
Wow.
Trevor, was that joke referring to Honeybee Inn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, I know we say it every video, but FF7 Remake, it's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be the best.
H. Lao.
La
Ra.
Ra.
The sun god. Ra.
Ah!
Oh, look at her eye! Oh my gosh! She's watching us play the game. She's watching us control.
I gotta
Wait,
look.
This is it? Oh.
What?
I thought like this was H ranking. Was you waiting there for him to kill you? Like,
No,
he
we're
seems
gonna we're gonna do the same thing where we hide, but then after that, the room I have to go to is like right downstairs. So, I really didn't expect to go through that
That was awesome.
that game as fast as I did. I mean,
I think
kinda
stumbling
best.
upon the music room was key.
That really was because it could literally be on the first or second floor, which is just kind of nuts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just take my time.
I don't think we
They're
ever
down the
showed
red
the
now.
E ending in the original Clock Tower or the PS1 one. Do you remember E? The E
Yeah.
ending? You don't get the statue in the second place, and then the game ends, and then the male main character goes into the bedroom of Jennifer, I guess, or someone, and then that girl's dead, and then Scissorman's behind the door.
Yep.
It's like that's the worst ending.
Yep. And the game, to be fair,
Seriously, can't get that room.
to be fair, the game gives you like a million chances in Clock Tower 1. If you guys remember, the first place was a big like office building kind of thing, and the second one, did we do the what?
Down there?
What in the hell? So anyway, the first one was that office building. The second one, Trev, did we do the guy's house, or did we do the
I'm pretty sure
library?
I'm pretty sure we did the
Guy's house?
House.
So essentially, in the first place in that game,
It stopped with Jennifer at the third place, right?
I think so.
Huh?
Yeah.
Right.
So
No.
that statue, remember, in Clock Tower 1 is the key to the whole thing. And the Professor Barrels will be like, will specifically say over and over again, I'm going to give it to this guy. And if you, for some reason, like, then you have 2 chances. It'll be like, do you want to go to the library or do you want to go to the guy's house? And if you're like, I want to give it to the library, but then you're like, also I want to go to the guy's house, it's like, you will finish the ending, the second level, but you won't have the statue, which is the key to killing Scissor Man. And it's like, good job, you technically beat the game, but you don't have the statue, and I guess you just assume Scissor Man like got it and whatever. So it is an ending, but it sucks. And this one, obviously, since you can beat it in like 5 minutes, is going to be an equally terrible ending. In fact, pretty much all of them, like D or lower, are like, well, I guess you survived, or maybe. So I like games that have multiple endings, and I like games that Most of the endings are bad. Like Silent Hill. I think Silent Hill 1, only the good plus ending is like decent, and everything else you're like, oh man.
But the dog ending.
The dog ending's good. The worst ending in Silent Hill is like the saddest ending ever. Just everyone dies, including your daughter, and you're just there in like the abyss.
Oh.
Just like you beat the final boss, but you just like go to your knees and just start like crying or yelling, and it's like, yeah,
All right.
good
I did it.
ending. And you could totally get that ending, by the way. Like just because whatever. So we're here, and
Right. We didn't see this room.
there's this car.
Oh, cool.
Let's get out of
Oh,
here.
so you just leave?
And you check that. Here's the thing. This game tells you over and over again. So it's like, it'll say,
Oh, all right.
wait, the keys are in this room. I just forget exactly where.
This is a key.
A car key.
Where? What? You weren't even anywhere.
I know, right? Maybe it was like on the car. Also, like, I wonder when this takes place because this car is like so 50s.
Yeah.
What? Ugh, right.
I thought that
Okay.
you said that. I thought it was written on your walkthrough that it takes place.
Oh yeah. No, that's actually a good point. This game came out in 1995, like September 1995, I think, or 97, and the game apparently takes place that month. That it's supposed to take place in like September 1995 or 7 or whatever.
it's just
So
a
you
really
go
old
in and
car.
she's like, I can get out, but,
But
the others.
and you're like, eh.
Well, screw them.
But the others. What
What
should I do?
do?
I'm telling you what to do.
They give you a
She does not want to leave.
Well, I guess. Screw it.
peace.
Wait, she's
Right
four-
through
she's
the door.
14?
License to drive.
Best ending ever.
That's the best ending by far.
Got 'em.
Roaring off into the distance. That's a great ending.
That's the best. Ending.
Dude, could you
You
imagine?
should just see the giant baby in the back, just like with his hands in the sky.
Could you imagine if you
Where
got
you going?
Could you imagine if you got this
Started.
game and it's like kind of natural, like if you get away from like if you don't see Scissor Man in that first room, it's kind of natural to just go left.
Yeah.
Be like, I'll stay
Right,
on the first
right.
floor and go left. And you see this and you're like, oh damn, a car key. Oh hell, man, maybe I can go get like stuff. And it's like, that's the game. that's the game. So one other thing I want to do real quick, if this doesn't take too long to go through this, is I just want to go. I'm gonna do a quick start. I'm gonna go to the left where we hear the bathroom, and I'm just gonna keep going left and see if anything like starts, because I just want to see how else Scissor Man shows up, and that's it. That if he doesn't show up right away,
Wait,
then
just reset it.
what?
Can you just reset it?
I want to show the rest of this ending.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
Alright.
And
There's
you like
there's another part?
yes, there's actually another part to this
Oh,
one,
cool.
so I want to actually show the rest of this.
Because the other one
this
didn't have another part.
No, it did not.
Oh, okay.
But this one does.
That's awesome. It's like, you should feel bad about yourself. Hey, just to let you know, in case you thought that was badass when she rode off into the sunset, you shouldn't feel good.
Yes.
All your friends are dead.
You're the worst.
You are dead. All your friends are dead. What was that? What was that one from AVGN? Oh no, that's Friday the 13th. You are dead.
Yeah,
all of your friends are dead.
Yep.
Your mother hates you. And yeah, that's essentially Clock Tower. You are dead. All of your friends are dead. The thing that is they obviously the big thing that they improved on for Clock Tower 1 is there are like 10 people that you can save compared to like randomly one that like I guess it randomly happens. But I guess that also like kind of like frustrates me for Clock Tower 1 when you're like I try to always get at the end where it's like survivors 10 and it's like again, it's not a game that people are like, I need to figure out this game. So like I don't know if it exists where you can get like, you know, all 10. So main cast was all one dude. He did all of the screams.
Oh, all those.
Thank you, Hafumi.
Hafumi!
Yeah, you the real MVP.
You the real MVP. And this is the glorious H rank. I actually lied. There's no more. You just get away free and everything's good.
Oh.
Oh, please be
Oh
Scissor Man.
man.
Yes! That's a great ending.
And you get killed because you did not check the back seat.
Too bad.
Every day I go out to my car, I check the back seat just to make sure Scissor Man's not in there. Come on. I mean, who doesn't? You know, you're like, my scissor. And so, like I said, we're just gonna run over here real quick. If nothing happens right away, then we'll just call it a part. If you are watching out in YouTube land and there's no other part, sorry, I didn't feel like doing all the other endings and showing the other stuff. But I'm really hoping that I'm able to just like make a list of like quick starts. You know what I mean? Where you can be like, hey, I'm gonna show you the very end of the D rank or the very end of the E rank. That kind of thing would be pretty cool. And they are all very unique. You know what you do. So, oh, cool. So this is something unique that I've actually never seen before.
Oh,
Oh.
shoot.
Isn't that?
Damn!
Oh, so that's the girl you said.
Oh, wow!
That's Anne.
So,
She's
Jeez.
gone. Oh.
rippity-roo. So, I guess if you go that
Holy
if you go that way, then Anne dies. And if you check in that room, then you know what? Actually,
Could you even?
do you guys want to see if the girl is also in the bathroom if you do that?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
I mean, it only take a minute, right?
Yeah, I mean it's only gonna take a sec. So
Quick start is a fancy thing.
I like quick start, and Ben is a hero because when I was playing this game, I would like start it. I don't know why I didn't
What?
think about
Oh,
quick start.
okay.
I don't know. I was, what does quick start do? It's like the most obvious thing in the world. What does quick start do? Well, it definitely doesn't start you quickly. I mean, that would be ridiculous. So, what I'm gonna do, just to make absolute sure, is I'm going to try to get past Scissor Man. I'm gonna go up and hide in that place to make sure he goes away, and then I'm gonna go back to that bathroom and see if she's there because that's something. When I was reading on the facts, dude, how did Anne get Shrek'd so fast? Like she got like utterly Shrek'd.
How'd they get up there?
Yeah,
so
how'd they
fast?
get up there?
She might already have been dead, and then Scissor Man is just like, I just
What?
Yeah,
I
what?
couldn't even do the thing.
Okay.
Hmm.
Maybe you just leave
Well,
that
thank
room.
goodness you can quick start.
Yeah, thank goodness I can quick start.
Well,
I
seen and died.
well
for
in
the third time.
Clock Tower 1, when you see Scissor Man, you can like mash buttons and get away and like push him down for a second. But I guess the panic does not work the same in this game.
What if you go right?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try. But I figured, like, literally, I must admit, the only way I know to get away from Scissor Man is that. That is the absolute only way I know. Do you guys remember that plank on the one floor? If you see him upstairs, it's like kind of complicated, but you keep having to run back and forth until you're on the correct side, the left-hand side, and then you're able to like pull it up, and he falls down, and for whatever. So, but like literally the only way I know to get away from him is in that place, just because it's always worked. 1 frame per second.
What a terrible way to die. You
It's
fell
not
out
great,
of
and the
the
phone's
first
ringing.
She went to the phone.
Hello,
Hello?
Barrow's residence, Barrow's mansion. It's called mansion. Yeah, I don't know if you're even able to check it.
Can you hide in the shower tub?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, the music is...
Oh, lock the door.
Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
I'm sure that's gonna work out.
Dude, he's gonna just go through the door. Yeah.
This is precarious.
Wait, you can get past him at least, probably. Just don't run towards him. Just wait until it doesn't panic.
Well, waiting.
I guess not.
I guess not. I guess if he gets you in a corner, you're just like, I died. All right, I'll try to figure that out for next time. Maybe I can figure out where you hide from there. So that's a part. Like I said, if this is it, then this is it. But if not, I'll try to bring us the other endings. Have a good one, Brandon. Do the honors.
Bye. I'm great at this.